today, July 1st, 2026, I had to think about that, I have been a Rotarian for 7 years and 7 days. In order to qualify to be a district governor, you have to be a Rotarian for at least 7 years first. So I don't know if 7 days of being qualified is a record, but I'm pretty proud of that. And for me, my Rotary journey started in 2019 when, as an employee of the outreach program and working on our water projects, I was asked to go over to Hamburg, Germany to something called the Rotary International Convention and talk about water. I didn't know what Rotary was, but I knew what water was, so I could go talk about that. And when I was at Hamburg and I spent that week around 20,000 Rotarians from around the world, I realized that these are my people. These are people that are dedicated to service above self. These are people of action. And for me, that is one of the reasons why I joined Rotary in the first place, was because I felt the community and I felt the belonging there of just the kindred spirits of people trying to make a difference in the world. But really, I had two reasons for joining Rotary. And I don't know if the second one's selfish. It's not selfish for my part, it's selfish for the world. I saw the potential for Rotary and for all that Rotarians around the world could accomplish. And that potential is the biggest part of the reason why I agreed to be district governor, was because I look around our district and I see the incredible potential that we have as a district to impact our communities and the world through just being Rotarians and through our acts of service and through our ability to connect and to collaborate and to be a small part of a larger whole that truly is going to, I look forward to what our district is going to do over not just my year, but the next 2 years and on into the future, because I know we've got it in us. And we just have to figure out how to ignite the spark or reignite the spark or fan the flame or whatever you want to call it. The potential is there to start an absolute wildfire, and I hope that I can just be a small part of the tinder that really gets that thing going. For those of you that were a part of it, and for those of you that have only heard about it, we had our district visioning event a few months ago, back in April, and we've been talking about it for years. I'm not a person of talking. My business cards say we are not people of talking, we are people of action. So I started hammering people. It's like, we're doing this now. And so we did the visioning event, and there was a lot that came out of it. It truly was an incredible thing. But I think the thing I'm most excited about was my wife leading the efforts, and a few other Rotarians all got together and worked on our mission, our vision, our purpose, and our tagline will be revealed later on. But so I want to go through what our team came up with for the mission of our district, District 5680. So the mission, I'm going to read this because I did not memorize it. I'll have it done by the end of the year, I promise. So the mission of Rotary International District 5680 is to unite people from all backgrounds in service to their communities through Rotary, by connecting, equipping, and empowering clubs with the leadership, tools, and technology to advance Rotary's mission through collaboration, innovation, and service. And it's a mouthful, but it truly says what we're here to do as a district. We are here to support our clubs and to provide the tools and the resources that they need to grow. In our vision, we envision a vibrant and united Rotary district where every club thrives, every leader is empowered, and every community is transformed through bold service. I like that, bold service, innovative collaboration, and a shared commitment to creating lasting impact locally and globally. And then our purpose, our district exists to strengthen and support every Rotary club by fostering consistent communication, expanding leadership development, and ensuring access to the tools and training needed for success. So thank you to our team that worked on that. I know Alana and Gloria, and I think there were maybe a few others in the room. Amy, thank you guys. I love it. And I love being able to put down into words, sometimes it's hard to communicate to our clubs exactly what the district is there for. They just see it as extra dues that they have to pay, or, something that, oh, this year the district governor is from the western side, or this year it's from the eastern side, or whatever. But truly, we are there to support our clubs, to support our members. And I'm looking forward to developing that and going through all of the stuff that we came up with in the visioning, because it was a lot. It was a lot, but I want to say a huge thank you to Amy Lash-Esau, who is the district governor-elect now. You got a new title today too, DGE. She'll be following me next year, and Ed Fry, district governor nominee, no longer a designee. You're official now. So thank you to you two. They have been, let's give them a round of applause, genuinely. They are every bit as foolish as all of us other district governors and past district governors. They said yes when it was so much easier to say no. So we've been meeting over the last couple of months, talking about the visioning, coming up with everything, going through all the stuff that our district said, here's the stuff we want to focus on. And so we've got a master plan put together. It will be rolled out in a separate meeting as its own deal, but I wanted to touch on some of the key focus points that we're going to be focusing on over the next year and then on into the future. Membership. It's at the top of the list. It's not even number one, it's number 0, because it comes first. Membership is the key. A little bit later on, I'm going to talk about the state of our district. And, as is the trend for the past 5 years, we're down. So membership is a huge focus. And I know that with my beautiful wife as membership chair, leading an incredible team of Rotarians that we have built in our building, our district is going to do the best we can to support our clubs, to find a way, because we all know why we're here. We all know why we're Rotarians in this room. And sometimes we just have to figure out how to communicate that to our clubs and help them find their why. So membership is at the top of the list. We're going to be working on that all year long. Communication. Trying to find the best, most effective way to communicate directly with our members, with our clubs, with our presidents. And a lot of that is going to be coming down to establishing some standard operating procedures, which doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, but our AGs, we're going to be meeting once a month. Our presidents, we're going to be meeting once a month. The ones that show up, But if we have fun with it, if we make it a good time, and if we provide value, that's what we've got to do. If we can provide value, then they will come and it will have an impact. And so communications is going to be a big topic that we're covering all year long. One of the things that didn't really come out of the visioning, but is a big major focus for us right now, is establishing a district foundation. So if you want to be part of establishing a district foundation, talk to Amy. I know she would love some help with the bylaws and articles of incorporation. And we're doing that for a couple of reasons. One, we're not trying to take away from the Rotary Foundation as a whole. We don't want to take any donations from there. But when we have stuff that happens in our district, like the fires that took place down in our southwestern corner and in the panhandle of Oklahoma, to have an avenue that we can take funds, not only from the districts, but from our Rotarians, to handle stuff that is a local focus just for us. But as an added benefit from that, we'll also get a shared workspace in email and data-driven stuff. And so with that, we're going to be able to actually have a standardized email instead of DG so-and-so from blah, blah, blah at gmail.com. We're actually going to have some good district emails, which I think is going to be really important for us going forward. It sets a more professional tone, and it gives us the opportunity to maintain records better and, do a little bit better at accountability and making sure that we're all on the same page and collaborating in the best, most efficient way possible. I know that one's not super exciting, but I'm excited about it. It's going to be a big deal. One of our biggest focuses is as we strive to support our clubs, is strengthening our learning and training and whatever you want to call it, strengthening our ability to reach out to our club leaders and get them the information that they need to know. Whether it's for Rotary or whether it's just the roles of a secretary and some of the stuff that you have to do as a secretary that you don't know about. And the past one just, bunked off to wherever, and they didn't leave you any instructions on what you're supposed to do every year. And so being able to provide information like that and training does nothing but help strengthen our clubs at the very core. Because if our clubs are chaotic at their core, they're going to be chaotic when they go out into the world and try to do amazing community service projects. My biggest focus this year is building up our district team. As I look around this room, I see a lot of our district leadership here. It's incredible. I thank you guys. But if this is all of our district leadership, our bench is not very deep for some of the stuff that we want to do. We need more people on our team. We need more people. We need to identify the next crop of district leaders and the emerging leaders, and we need them actively engaged and involved. And that starts with building our teams and getting away from the word committee. If I say committee this year, you've got permission to fine me $5 because I don't like committees. We can have the EC, but it's going to be the EC. That's the executive committee. But I really want to focus on team because it's so easy when it's a committee for the chair to do all of the work and make all of the decisions, and then the committee members are just there if they even bother to show up. But if we can truly build strong collaborative teams, I think that's going to be the key to success in every realm. And so every single position that we have right now, every single program that we've got, we are looking to build teams in there. I'll slide on down because, Dean, you'll love to hear this. RILA is at the top of our list and helping you build a team so that we can make RILA a massive success. I know you've got your facilitators, but we need people in the district side of things. And so we're right there to support you, Dean. I want to see RILA grow because, for those of you that don't know the acronyms, I apologize, Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, RILA. And it's an opportunity for high school kids to go through an incredible leadership training opportunity. And Dean has done a fantastic job of stewarding that for the last 30 years. So, thank you to Dean. And I'm really excited to grow that program back to its former glory and really start affecting the lives of kids because they're the future. It's cliche, but truly, and they're our future Rotarians. And we need to think about that and cultivating that as we go forward. I think the last kind of focus is a district-wide project. And I know we've done some pretty incredible district-wide projects thanks to the leadership of Ivanhoe and of Gloria and Jeff and Deb and all the work that they've been doing. And I really want us to focus on finding the thing our district does and does really well. And that can't be, it's great to have it from the top, but it needs to bubble up from the bottom. And so if there's stuff that clubs are doing or projects that you see that have some potential, please bring it to our attention because we want to start percolating those ideas. And it's not something we're going to aim for this year. We're just trying to find something that we can get focused on and hopefully find somebody who's super passionate about it and can take it on into the future. But before I wrap up here, I want to talk about the state of our district. How the state of the district address, if you will. I'm not going to lie, I pulled up the numbers today just to see where we were at, and our membership is down about 3% from last year. We started the year with just under 2,000 Rotarians, 1971, I think, and we started this year with 1914. So about a 3% drop, and that's been pretty consistent over the last 5 years, just losing members, and we're losing clubs. When I started, we had 55 clubs, and now we're down to 53. Maybe we had more, but that's kind of disheartening, especially when you are super passionate about Rotary and truly believe that Rotary is the place where people can find meaning and belonging and an opportunity to do more than they ever dreamed possible. And so we have to figure out how to get that message out there so that our membership numbers can start going in the other direction. Because I'm not gonna lie, our goal for this year is to start Amy's year with at least 2,000 members. So we're starting in a pretty big deficit, but I have faith. Alana Marie, I have faith in you. You got this. Oh, but it's so cute. Sorry. The other kind of key indicator for the strength of a district is foundation giving, which is down about 22% from the year before. And we've got two options when we start looking at stuff like this. Our numbers are heading in the wrong direction. We can get disheartened. We can give up. We can just keep doing the same thing we've been doing and cross our fingers and hope that it gets better. But I don't get disheartened when I see numbers heading in the wrong direction. I get determined. And I love that I've got Amy and Ed following in after me, because we are all in lockstep on where we want to go and what we want to be as a district. And I know that our district leadership is right there with us. And so honestly, I see those numbers like, great, that just gives me a challenge to go run down. And so as I go and as I come to your clubs and talk to your clubs, I'll give you a brief preview, only because I don't know if I'm going to end up speaking to the El Dorado Rotary Club with my official DG speech. So I'll give you a quick rundown of my main topic, which is, how many of you are familiar with Simon Sinek and his Golden Circle? Yeah, it's honestly, it's a 5-minute TED Talk. Go watch it. It is totally, for me, it was totally life-changing in how I approach things. He talks about the Golden Circle. You've got your what, your how, and your why. And it's pretty straightforward. Our what is Rotary. We're Rotarians. That's nice and easy. How? We've got lots of tools. You know, we've got the Learning Center, we've got the district teams, we've got people in the district that know this, that, and the other. The how, we have got that down. And I have been through countless hours of training over the last 3 years, getting ready to understand the how. We've got that. But the key for us as we go out and sell Rotary, because that's what we have to do. We are all salesmen in this room, whether we're salesmen or not. We are selling Rotary every single day, is the why. Why? And we have to be able to find our why. And I know that some of you have heard my story. I've told it many times, and I'll tell it again. I found my why very early on in life, at the age of 16 when I got to go to Nicaragua. And I saw true poverty for the very first time. And so for me, my why is super simple. I want to make life better for those who can't make it better for themselves. We are living in a world full of people who are downcast and downtrodden, and yet when I go and visit them, they are happy, they are smiling, they are just living their life, and all they are looking for is an opportunity. And one of the things I love, so our now current RI president, Olayinka Babalola, is from Nigeria, and he's got a great saying that I absolutely love, which is, Rotary is the key to unlock the door to endless opportunities. And it's true, Rotary, there are so many resources, there are so many people all around the world that are Rotarians or are future Rotarians that are just begging to do something. And if we can come together as Rotarians, as a district, as a club, whatever it is, like truly, that potential I was talking about, we have the potential to absolutely change the world for the better. You know? And that is what it comes down to. We have to help our clubs and our individual Rotarians find their why. You know, I talk about membership. Like I said, we've got 1,000 tools on how to grow membership and retain membership and engage membership. But we're missing that one thing, is why? Why more members? Why do we need more members? Is it so we can get more dues paid into our club so we can, you know, our bank account looks a little better? or so that, our district looks a little better so we can say we got to 2,000 by the end of the year. Numbers are fine and dandy, but I would rather have 1,914 super passionate Rotarians than 2,000 Rotarians that don't do anything. So for me, my why on membership, and this is what brings people to Rotary, this is how we grow Rotary, my why is super simple. I want to change the damn world, and I can't do it by myself. We are going to go out and change our district, our state, our communities that are struggling all across this great nation of ours. We have the ability, we have the expertise, we have the people and the partnerships to truly create lasting impact. We are the connectors. We are the bridge that can overcome all of these political and religious and whatever struggles. We are Rotarians, and we can do it. I am so excited, like genuinely. You guys have no idea. Years ago when I first joined Rotary and I started getting super involved and getting all involved with this, that, and the other, my dad was like, you're going to be district governor someday. I was like, absolutely not. Like, come on, I'm not even 40 yet. Every district governor I've ever met, is a well-established, well-respected, true professional. And then I come singing and dancing into the room in my little kilt, my clown show. And like, there's no way I'm going to end up as being district governor. But I'm here. I hope that each one of you are all ready to hold on, because the next year is going to be an incredible ride full of hopefully all ups and a couple of slipper slides if we got to go down a little bit. So thank you guys very much.